Sarvesham swastirbhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Sarvesham shantirbhavatu. May there be peace for all. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. May there be completeness, wholeness for all. Means I recognize the wholeness, peace, happiness in me and also in every being. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. So what happens? I hope and believe that you have been practicing every day without fail. So what happens? This Mangalacharan clears the inner noise before learning and before starting the day. And when we say, oh, let there be peace in me and with everyone, so that brings a sense of humility, and it moves the mind with a gratitude, and the gratitude prepares the heart. And we invoke. You see, all these are invocations. So the invocation awakens the receptivity and learning becomes transformative. That is what the Mangalacharan is. Now you can open the eyes. So we have been talking about the 6 treasures of the mind, and we have been incorporating Sama and Dhamma, I believe so, in our daily life. Now, it is the 3rd treasure we will pick up today. But before we pick up the 3rd treasure, we have to understand something more. The true spiritual progress begins not by force, but by gently stepping beyond what feels easy and habitual. What feels easy and habitual in our daily life. What did you say? What do you mean by it? I was under the shower, and then with the water, I was rubbing my beard, and in my hand I saw the 10 hairs, almost every day. A casual approach. Casual. Why? The top of the head is already the full moon. You can even count there are not 10 hairs. So you are just aware, you casual approach. So it is coming from the beard, let it come. Casual approach. But casual approach in life will make Sama and Dhamma disappear. Casual approach. Actions that lack seriousness or intent, then you will join the session late, you will not be in time, it is casual approach. You will miss the lesson. Why? Think of it, casual versus the committed approach. Only when you have a committed approach, your practice of Sama and Dhamma are going on well. Otherwise, it will not go well. Do whatever you want to do. It will not go well. Casual approach. Actions that lack seriousness or intent, governed by the habitual pleasure seeking and convenience. Habitual seeking, pleasure, convenience means what? Dhamma is absence of Dhamma. Mind is going outside. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, now I remember I have to attend this session. Oh, it's already. Oh, anyhow, let me miss it. I believe so. These thoughts might be coming. This results in stagnation in the spiritual journey and a lack of real transformation. We want peace and relaxation on everyday basis. It's okay. But that is a beginner's goal. I told you, seekers in waiting and the real seeker. We will continue. We will continue for 20 years, 40 years. And committed approach involves what it involves. Can you point out? Can you think of it? Can you contemplate and reflect? Committed approach means deliberate. I have to do. No, I don't feel like doing it. No, I will do it. I don't feel like attending. No, I will attend the session. Deliberate. It demands a deliberate extra effort, a little more than required. Little more than required. Today I woke up at 3:30 and then I returned to the bed after going to the washroom and I said, okay, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Master. You woke me up. Let me continue. Casual approach, let me sleep for another hour. Now, same thing you apply in daily life. This prepares the mind and sharpens your awareness. Casual approach is impulsive, habitual, frequently rooted in laziness, pleasure seeking. If you have that attitude, Sama and Dhamma will disappear. Intellectually, you will understand. With a casual mind, you will say, yes, I'm already relaxed, Why you are relaxed? Everything, all the needs are met in your life. You have enough money. You have enough money for all kinds of pleasure or casual approach. It will not work. So there, the ego takes over. The casual, sometimes we do the casual remark. Casual approach versus committed approach. We also talk casual clothes, casual meeting, casual attitude, casual job, casual approach. It will not work. You may think it will work. Why? Subtle ego takes over. I have to be deliberate. A little more effort is required. I gave you an example. Yesterday, I woke up at around 4:30 instead of 4. It's okay. It's okay means, yes, I became aware, I noticed, I have to wake up at 4, but then I did not disturb the mind. I finished all my practices and in the morning. Yesterday was Sunday, so 4:30 to 6:30, 7 to 8. Are you getting it? I believe so. Casual approach versus the committed approach. You only miss the session, I would say 99.9% when you follow the casual approach. Find it out. And if it is not in the next session, tell me. It's a casual approach. Reminding you, Sama, understanding active peace. It is active peace. Casual is more impulsive and habitual. building sama through the fourfold practices. It means committed approach demands discernment and dispassion. If you are not living with it, and you have to check whether this casual mind and the casual approach of the mind has dropped. Little more effort. No, I have to do it. I have to do it. Daily application in thought, speech, and action. We are talking of sama. Etymology of, and I gave you the etymology of sama, layman's explanation. Sama versus passive peace and laziness, and I covered the essence of the sama also. Finished. Dhamma, mastery over the senses, external. It is external calmness. Sama is internal calmness. Daily wisdom on Dhamma, we talked about it. Etymology, we talked about it. And I said Dhamma is active, Sama leads to Dhamma. So, yes, it is very important, Kristen. I talked in the beginning. You are a serious seeker, you have to pay attention. So, casual approach will backfire and put you in the habitual life again. 90% of the seekers fail because of the casual approach. And I have understood some. Yes, I have understood them. Because you have everything in your life, your basic needs are met. So it's easy to have a casual approach. And when those necessities, one guy from Austria, he says, my bank account is now emptying, I'm totally stressed. But before that, he was very happy, everything was going on well. So he was taking everything casual. You have everything, your needs are met, still you have a committed approach. Your needs are not met, you have a lot of challenges outside, you are still able to maintain that state of the calmness. It is Uparama, it is the third treasure. It is the third treasure. Nothing happens. Whatever is happening in the world outside, you are able to maintain that poise in the calmness. The honey is not following you, did not meet your expectation, calmness, met your expectation, calmness. That is Uparama. I'm coming to that slowly. So, Sama told you internal calmness, Dhamma external calmness. With casual approach, it will not work. Do whatever you want. All the masters are saying this. I'm not saying. You follow your own mind. I have no problem. The default mind actively resists Sama and Dhamma. Casual approach means, everything is done, What I have to do with awakening, realization, and transformation, everyone has to die. You lost the spiritual journey. So the casual approach of the mind, absence of Sama and Dhamma, even you experience, you are calm because everything is met. So that mind, it is a tactics of the mind include restlessness, distraction, objections, and sleepiness. This is not a personal failure, it's a universal challenge. That is what we do. We miss it. Your discerning intellect is a weapon you have to remember. If you don't apply this, you are going to, this is what the master is saying, I'm not saying. Ultimate goal isn't relaxation and calmness. It is not. We are preparing a strong foundation on which we want to achieve ART, A-R-T, acronym, awakening, realization, transformation. Where is awakening? Can I recognize that state of the Sama and Dhamma all the time? All the time. If you have a casual approach, you can recognize impulsive nature, pleasure-seeking mind. But if you have a committed approach as a seeker, you recognize, you pinpoint, yes, I have challenges outside and still I am able to maintain that state of the calmness. You are done. You are done. That is the initial introduction of Uparama in a different way. What is Uparama? Where does my mind rest when it is free? Does it wander outward or does it settle in deeper understanding? Or it is falling into sleep? Again, I am repeating. Where does my mind rest when it is free? Let me have a glass of beer. Today I enjoyed, I got $100,000. Where my mind rests when it is free? Does it wander outward? You are missing Dhamma. Or does it settle in deeper understanding? You are settled in Sama. You are not settled in Dhamma, you are settled in. Uparama is an effortless state where both mind and senses have been disciplined by the two practices, previous practices, then it rests naturally and remain focused on awareness, remembrance of the real self. You remind yourself, what this beer guy told me, today. Committed and casual approach. My mind is casual. No, I have to be committed. It is a harmonious condition where inner and the outer calm supports deeper absorption. It's a very typical treasure, Uparama. I'll explain in many different ways so that the things will become clear. Uparama is a state in which both the mind and the sense organs rest naturally. You are not making any effort and remain focused. First, restfulness. Second, self-awareness towards the real self. 8 points means it is withdrawn inside. It is a state of awareness. Gita, our master teacher Krishna gives a beautiful example, metaphor of a turtle. We might have seen the turtle. Just as a turtle withdraws the limbs when sensing danger. Casual approach, my senses are drawn outside with a projection and perception. Now, compare this. Just as a turtle withdraws the limbs, withdraw the senses when sensing danger. Pleasure-seeking, danger. A seeker in Uparama naturally draws mind and senses inward when encountering hesitation. Trigger. There is an hesitation of seeking the pleasure outside. There is an hesitation not able to find the pleasure outside. And it happens with the near and dear ones, naturally. With your mom, with your parents, with your honey, and it happens naturally. What to say to this honey? She is crazy and it's better not to talk. You have already created a trigger. That is the first example. Second example. Clear pond. Now see, this is both examples, both metaphors are wonderful. That is the withdrawal. So you instantly withdraw. You sense the danger of a pleasure, danger of expectations, danger of absence of a pleasure. Oh, okay, everything is good. That is the first way to understand. Second way to understand this uparama is that clear pond, water, when the mud settles, the water becomes still. Water becomes alive, it allows the inner depth to be seen. So how it fits into uparama? Sama and dhamma settle the mud of distraction. Then what is left? You are able to, it is the, you can say, you are aware within, you are simultaneously aware outside. Third example. I have taken these examples from different texts. So, sunflower turning to the sun. Once the sunflower knows where is the reality? Where is the reality? Real self is the reality. So your mind, your emotions, your thought, your feeling, oh, real self. You just remembrance is there. In uparama, fascination for external pleasure or shallow distractions fades away. No worries, if you don't understand, you have to listen to it again, contemplate. I'll explain in 5 or 6 or 7 different ways. Uparama is very subtle. You have to, we have to do more of the sama and dhamma, which leads to the state of the uparama, a sense of recognition. See that objects of sensory temptation are recognized as ultimately harmful like a poison. Not for reacting, not to fight. You just recognize. Why you don't fight? Sama and dhamma. So it means uparama depends on the sama and dhamma. Answer is yes. So what happens? You are in the mode of sama and dhamma. How? You don't have a casual approach towards this journey of self-discovery. You have a committed approach. So committed approach, it means throughout the day you live life as a seeker. Then what happens? The mind naturally prefers the stability found in internal calm. Oh, I have already had an internal calm. I already have an external calm. So what happens? Your thought, your feeling, your emotions doesn't follow the casual approach. Committed approach, calmness. There is uparama. Uparama. That is uparama. Or uparati. Let us come out openly. Yes. Vaibhav, you want to start with the discussion?
Yes, thank you, sir. I need to understand this. Like I have to go to this again, and I need to understand this. What I'm getting it like it's a natural way where both sama and dhamma is happening within me. So this is what the understanding for today.
Yeah. What is the state of the mind at this time when you are listening to me? First, so I become aware of the state of the mind. And then I look at sama is there, internal calm, yes. External calmness is there, I am watching, perceiving, listening, yes. And now again I check. Is it a casual approach? Oh, you are listening, there is no problem. No. Alert and aware, attentive, vigilant. Uparama. Very subtle but very interesting. Fine, I'll explain in a different ways. Yes, Dennis, you want to say is self-awareness.
Yes, regarding your comments on casual approach and committed approach, I think that casual approach takes place when I forget the goal of my life, and committed approach takes place when there is like a dedicated section in the mind that constantly reminds, no matter how successful, rich or relaxed I am in the outer world, my primary goal is still not met. And this apparent success, richness, or peace of mind, as we say, it will all pass, and the new round of suffering will inevitably start. So that there has to be a constant reminder in the mind of that. And as far as I understood your introduction on Uparama, which you clarified that it is the same as the Uparative, I had that question because before I think you always named it Uparative.
Both are
I think it. Okay. It is revealed, as you explained, when both Sama and Dhamma are there, and I think I understand it is like it's a heightened state of awareness when the mind is not getting carried away by either inner thoughts,
yes,
or objects of sense organs.
yes, yes. There is no inner disturbances. There is no outer disturbances. Means expression wise, or I see someone and I get upset. I see. No. An internal calm is there. So the end result, there is the committed effort in the Sama and Dhamma. But the end result is the Uparama. You rightly pointed out, it is a heightened state of awareness. Anyhow, if we are looking for art, you remember ART, then it's worth trying. Otherwise, casual approach, live a good life casually, continue to suffer, then relax, then suffer, then relax. That is what we think. Oh, today I have a lot of money, so I'm relaxed, and I'm okay. Casual approach. I don't have it. This guy, he told me around $2 or $3 million, the Austrian guy, and now he has only left with 1 million. Exhausting. There are a lot of challenges and the economic challenges, and I'm not able to do it. Anyhow, Stephen, what do you want to say?
In thinking about it, a casual approach really leads to a habitual life. And when those habits get disrupted in any way is what sends you into stress, depression, anxiety, because it's a break in routine. And I think that learning what I've learned in the last 5.5 years of Eastern wisdom is that it takes a commitment every day. And then now in the stage that we're at with the Sama and Dhamma, it's as Dennis said, there's a heightened awareness and you understand the states. And now the introduction of the Uparati into this is the way I'm looking at it is that it's an awareness of managing your attachments. And that's what, if you're attached it'll affect sama, and if you to use it from the external, you're affecting the dhamma. And that's where the practice of uprati has to come in, and understanding. So that's what I'm taking away right now. A lot more thought has to go into it. Thank you.
Yes. Lot more thought has to go. But yes, you rightly said at a very beginner's level, I have to check whether I have the attachment and detachment. One, I have to check. Am I living a casual life? Casual approach. Why casual approach? Sometimes we have a casual approach towards the challenges that we have in the body, in the mind, in the society. And ultimately it grows up and it creates a lot of problem in the future. So not only we have a casual approach when we have everything, we also have a casual approach when we don't have anything. So yes, in one way you can definitely say it is about you are free from the sense of attachment and duality. Yes, what are your thoughts, Brandy?
Thank you, Sergi. I think my takeaway before I heard everyone's point so far is that a casual approach yields casual results. And that's as far as your commitment to the practice. But I think also maybe what I just heard you say to Stephen is that sometimes a casual approach is necessary for the things in the outer world, and sometimes not, right? And I guess you have to be discerning about that. But otherwise, we can get caught up with the comfort or the discomfort, right? Past impressions and all of that. And so I think it's about being finely tuned with where your commitment lies. And then also where you can be relaxed, because I think I can get distracted from my goal of peace by getting overly committed to things in the outer world.
Yes, I will point out one thing you rightly said. We should have a committed approach all the time. But sometimes casual approach, let it look like that I'm very casual, I have a very casual approach. But inside I have a committed approach. No, I need not to say anything to anyone at this time. It will lead us to reaction. Internally you are committed. Externally you have a casual approach. What's your opinion? No, I have no opinion, but internally you are aware. Internally you are aware. Internally you maintain that self-awareness. If you don't maintain this self-awareness, the casual approach will take you to the impulsive nature, attachment, duality, and a conflict. No, I have to live with a committed approach all the time. Answer is yes, if I want a transformation. Oh, that is very tiring. If it is tiring, you have not practiced Samayandama. You have not practiced Samayandama. Think of it. You have not practiced Samayandama. Very subtle. Yes, Christina, you have to say.
Thank you. Being late to session, I think I had a casual approach, but I did cut off a meeting to say I needed to go. And just noticing, I think it's more exhausting to not be in Sama and Dhamma, and that the vigilance and commitment is required to catch ourselves every moment. Earlier today something happened. I was walking up the stairs and I was not in Sama and Dhamma, and then just said, oh, let me observe, let me watch, let me notice. And I got realigned.
Yes, once you recognize Madam G, Sarji, and we also add Madam G. G is out of respect. So Madam G is right. what you said, the casual approach, which our mind is so much habituated, think that, I'm relaxing. But the fact is, it is more exhausting in time. Did I say something wrong? It is more exhausting and tiring. You'll be surprised. Casual approach, I have to give a lesson. Let me talk about it, give a lesson. So I'm already tired while giving a lesson, and after the lesson, I will experience it. I understand. You have to contemplate and reflect. Slowly, I'm picking up each thread of the Uparama. Yes, Terry, you want to share?
I was just thinking a bit in terms of maintaining awareness of
Yes.
what my mind is doing.
So what is happening? Maintaining an awareness, we talk about mindfulness, choiceless awareness, we use these words intellectually, but it doesn't lead us to any experiential awareness. But when we understand this Uparama, it also leads to that experiential state. Experiential state. Sama is there, internal calm. Mind, where are you? Yes, I'm here. And where are my sense organs? It is on everyone. It is not fixed on hook to any person in the session. For example, I'm just giving an example. Then mind is resting in that state of the calmness, in that state of heightened awareness. It is not. So what is happening? Even after seeing, apply the example of turtle. Metaphor, apply the second example. What is the heightened state of awareness? It is a clear pond. You are able to see within. That is what the heightened state of awareness is. Are you getting it? That is what the heightened. Simply saying heightened state of awareness will not work unless you experience. Oh, yes, I'm there. Good. I'm there. I'm there. Internalization is there. And then, third example. That is why I gave you 3 examples. Sunflower turning to the sun. Oh, I'm listening to Dennis, so let me find out how to find my real self by listening to Dennis or Brandy or Stephen or Honey or anyone or engaged in any activity, committed approach. This is little bit. You are already into the state of meditation. Already. By applying, I'm not saying practicing, by applying Uparama. I believe you all are seekers. You don't put casual approach. You'll put committed approach. So you will contemplate and reflect on it before the next session. So close your eyes. Eyes are closed. The first stage is place, position, and posture. Very good. Place, position, mind to interact consciously in a specific direction. So there is some element of sama, there is some element of dhamma, there is some element of Uparama. Can you find out? How these masters have created this. It is so amazing. Yes, now being comfortable. What I used to say, change the direction of the mind by self-awareness. So if your mind is already hooked outside, either it will distract your internal calmness, or hooked to some object your mind wants to see. Sometimes it happens, when you practice meditation, one guy in another group session, he always used to open the eyes. And I asked him that, why don't you keep your eyes closed? You are confused. So after the session, he told me, I'm never confused, sir. Okay, you're never confused. And then he stopped attending the session. I said, okay, thank you very much. I have to walk on a razor's edge. So anyhow, being comfortable, change of direction of the mind through this self-awareness. Do you see the element of samadhana? Being carefree. So being carefree, we invoke another principle of that I am not the thought of anxiety, I am not the feeling of anxiety. It is all doer, observer and observed. And then in that moment, when we have a separation of the object and subject, and then you practice Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, may there be happiness for all. So you're able to withdraw the mind deeper within. Happiness is my nature, so the nature of everyone. So I'm able to see the happiness in everyone's nature, including with those people whom I had to settle the score which mind was thinking, and it changes into the sama and dhamma, and uparama comes. I'm just pointing you out. You have to think, you have to do the practice, and then you have to think, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May there be peace for all. You just fought with your son and now you are practicing meditation. Recognize Sama and Dhamma. When you recognize Sama and Dhamma, you are settled in Uparama. You will say, yes, peace is there. Initially your mind was thinking, I will not talk to my son, but now you say, I will talk to my son with love and care and share. I will say sorry. No issue. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. You already know the meaning. So check that the flow of the breath in the stage 2. Just return to the flow of the breath and check. Sometime you will find on a given day you practice the stage 1 and your rate in the flow of the breath is already equal. You are already there. You need not to do the second stage. We are going to follow that journey. So now focus deep inside the forehead in the space, and then start breathing long, deep in the hissing breath into the entire rib cage. Long, deep and hissing breath. But your focus means when Sama and Dhamma is there, it is very easy to remain focused inside into the space. Am I right? Prove that I'm right. That is your journey. Prove Sama and Dhamma are there. With that you are breathing. You are breathing. Means what? Means what? Your mind remain naturally focused. Mind remain naturally focused inside the forehead. We are paving the way to Uparama or Uparati. Uparama and Uparati both are the same. One master uses Uparati, earlier master, and modern masters they use the word Uparati and others were Uparama. Here, breathing long, deep in the easing breath. Now the whole body remains very still and you remain aware, mindful. Can I say with a committed approach, you will practice joyfully. With casual approach, your practice is joyful, and with casual, not causal, casual approach, your practice has many challenges. Just check yourself and you can share that if it is true or not. You're simply enjoying. So behind, there is a heightened state of awareness or a glimpse of the Uparama. Another option, a mind is engaged, again I have to do this breathing too much. I don't want to do, I can do it without it and still. So before doing you are already exhausted. Do you see the casual approach? It triggers the emotion and the feeling. Continue. And now leave this, return to the flow of the breath. You already know, check the flow of the breath is equal or unequal. Both are okay. You are an observer of the breath, that is why both are okay. And then we will move into that stage number 3. And I added one more step in the stage 3. You are able to experience the flow of the breath without any change. The breath flows in, Shanti, just drop non-verbally, mentally you are dropping. Breath returns, Shanti, goes in, Shanti comes. But pay attention, you are not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You are maintaining awareness of the natural flow of the breath, and you will discover that you have more stability, steadiness, deepening of the steadiness in the body. The mud is settling down. Second example of the pond, clear pond. Oh, is that a heightened awareness? I only expect you to experience what you are learning. A conscious experience. Don't leave anything, any part of the journey. And now, moving the mind inside the heart, visualize the triangle. Start dropping Om Shanti on the triangle. It will help. The previous practice will help to drop Om Shanti on each side of the triangle. And just check, is your mind able to sync clockwise and anti-clockwise naturally? Stay there. Continue to move clockwise and anti-clockwise. For the sake of clear understanding and visualization, you can visualize the triangle in any color pointing upward. It is an equilateral triangle. Now, if the Uparama is maintained, the state of Uparama is there, then what happens to the movement of mind with Om Shanti on the triangle? Just understand, then what happens? And now, push the mind deep inside the cave of your heart, singing mentally. Mind seems to stop and you drop Shanti. Self-absorption stays. That is aware. That is aware. Stage number 4. So here, yes, I can say directly, safely I can say, based on the teaching of these masters, that you are in Sama, Dhamma and Uparama. That is why there is this self-absorption. So what happens in the state of meditation are there pointer to the self-absorption, and that self-absorption takes a different turn in terms of experiences of vision and colors and images, and the discerning intellect just keeps on watching. Sometime you are aware of all the 6 neighbors. You have images, vision, and colors of some scenes, nature, or people. Let it happen. Let the experiences of the vision, colors, images help you to stay in meditation. So you just enjoy that state with detachment. You are not attached. I miss this vision. No. It is gone. It has come, it has gone. You never expected for that. So this stage number 4 is little subtler and deeper. We'll also talk about it. So the self-absorption is there. Still you have the thoughts. Yes, let the thought be there. Does the thought, any thought, any vision, any experience meets what it meets? Should I say it meets Samadhama in Uparama? Can you visualize what I said? You can easily figure out mind in casual state or committed state. It doesn't mean that you start with a committed approach of the mind and the mind doesn't slip into the casual approach. So there are some outer manifestation, your face expression and the movement of your eyeballs when your eyes are closed. I'm not fully able to see, but still I can make out. And now the stage 5, you are mentally or loudly chanting as you deem fit. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. What I told you, committed approach is a deliberate effort, so you do it. Your casual approach will say why to do it. And then you are missing the point. Do you see a very subtle difference? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You are able to maintain the state of self-absorption even while saying mentally or loudly Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That is the point. But sometimes we feel, oh, mind lives into casual level. I'm already self-absorbed, but you are not self-absorbed, you are already somewhere else. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand. Bring your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences, bring the hands down. We'll share our experiences now. How are you, Dennis?
Very calm, peaceful, and absorbed meditation. At the end, the dark stays as usual, and your voice was like fading away. Parts of what you were saying I heard, but the mind was not processing it. It was just it ended in my ears. It didn't go further. Thank you.
Understanding was there, awareness was there, that's all. So you see that I said you something, what I just said, it faded away. What is left is awareness. That is where we want to go. You rightly pointed out. Beautiful. How are you, Christina?
Thank you very much. Just today had a sense of the real self and consciousness, sort of that is real, and everything external is not.
Yes, and if that state is maintained forever, we are there. That is our goal, Art. Yes, Stephen.
Thank you, sir. My meditation started off very focused, listening to every word that you said and followed along. And somewhere after the chest breathing, I lost you, and I was self-absorbed. It was interesting because I had a vision of myself as a child, and I smiled at it basically, and it just dissipated, and I fell into an even deeper meditation. So thank you.
Yes, you see, there's some visions, it helps you to go deeper and deeper. So that is what we have to extract from these visions. Beautifully said. Yes, when we have the vision of a child, we normally get absorbed deeply. But it doesn't mean that only that is the factor. There are many. Yes, Brandy.
Thank you. I feel calm and relaxed. I did have to kind of work through the layers to get there a little more than usual today, but I just thought about what you said about being committed.
Yes. That level of awareness should be there. If that awareness is, I gave you an example, every time I take a shower, 10 hairs. Now this is our full moon. So you cannot have more than 10 hairs. So you just use the committed approach. Okay, that's a part of the life. Let it fall down. I believe no one has full moon like me. Yeah? Oh, well, you are getting it closer, yeah? You are getting closer to. No worries, we both have full moon. Yes. Who is left? Terry. Terry and Weber, yes.
I was aware. I was aware that I was not. I wasn't quite getting it, but at the same time, I went very deep into the space.
Good.
But I was still aware that I didn't really get the subtleties, and I felt and a little bit of anxiety and discomfort. And then I just had like a dream for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I was awake or not. I dreamed that I was under the ocean and I was riding on a manatee. then I came out of it and we were doing the triangle.
You're doing good.
So I think that.
You're doing very good. You see, should I say something very deeper, very for you to reflect on it? You were in a dream or you had a vision, whatever it is. So there was an observer of the dream. That is why you say that I had a dream. Now you return from the meditation and you still have an observer. That observer is not wet, even if you were in the ocean in the dream. That means you look at the teaching of these masters, they are superb. And now we have to find out, Stephen, whether the observer of the dream and the observer now, are they two or same? Did I give you a puzzle? Think of it. If they are same, we found it. We are awakened. It is only one. It cannot be two. This is very subtle. Yes, Vaibhav.
Thank you, sir. So today, since beginning, there was a heavy breathing was happening. So while doing the practice, it was like that. As I doing the practice, mind was getting absorbed and losing the idea that the breathing was heavy. So that idea itself is going away as soon as I am getting absorbed, and mind then became calm, and then it going back to that heavy breathing as I'm doing the practice, and the same thing was happening to and fro. So this was the experience today.
Yeah, the third neighbor, the mind was focused on the third neighbor from outside. First neighbor is the word, second is the body, third is the prana. So sometime it happens. So, and you did the practice correctly. That is very good. So that is very good. So that is all for today. Yes, Ashok, you want to say something? Namaste, Sadi. Namaste, Sadi.
Sir, mind was full and meditation was good. And the commitment is very much required for Sama and Sama figure.
Yes,
And
yes.
then we can go into the Uprati.
No doubt. Commitment is there. That is why you have been attending the session. One part of the commitment, but there are many types of commitment.
Yes.
I have a commitment. I have a commitment, but I am sleeping. So one commitment is there that you are attending a session. So many layers of commitment has to be there. Our master never leaves even a single thing, They extract every layer of our ignorance. Just making us aware, not criticizing, not demeaning. That is all for today. Beautiful. Thank you. We'll meet again on Thursday.
Thank you, sir. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste, everyone.